Throughout the past year, we have seen the effects of the pandemic hit every industry and every aspect of life. Work, love, and commitment were tested in many ways. According to reports, in 2016, the wedding industry brought in $72 billion. Last year, though, that drastically decreased. 17's Ilyana Capellan joins us live in studio this morning with more. Ilyana?
Wedding professionals are used to tying the knot, but last year, the steps required to tie that knot became a little more complicated. This multi-billion-dollar industry brought in less than $56 billion. They had to deal with the halt to traditional weddings while not only keeping their own businesses afloat, but dancing delicately around the hearts of couples with plans to tie that knot. The pandemic put a veil on lots of things last year, including the wedding industry. As the virus spread worldwide, events quickly began to cancel, and before long, brides and grooms were having to hang up plans while changing everything about what they expected the happiest day of their lives to look like.
May 23rd, 2020 was first.
November 10th, 2020, and then July 10th, 2021. And now we've decided to cancel until we can have some kind of a solution.
3 dates later, the wedding of their dreams has been put off indefinitely. Shannon and Connor live in London, but their story is not much different from many couples in the States. But brides and grooms-to-be weren't the only ones facing heartbreak. Bakersfield wedding planner and event coordinator Tracy Miller says last year was something no one could plan for.
Most of our businesses had to stop. Unfortunately, some closed, but the work never stopped. We still had a wedding to plan, and we still had to figure out what we were going to do for our clients.
Planning and replanning with no certainty, causing some couples to postpone or cancel altogether, a financial burden for them and wedding vendors. Miller says she had about 20% of her clients cancel, another 20% decide to have micro weddings on private property, and about 60% of clients postponed.
We knew that all of the wedding industry has been suffering, and if we didn't have to take back our deposit, we didn't want to. I know that it's been hard on us, but it's been even harder on them.
With vaccines out and COVID cases dropping, there is a glimmer of hope for wedding season once again.
Right now, it's wild. Because of the pandemic last year, we're doing double, if not quadruple time, because we have weddings that postponed from last year to this year, and then of course our already booked 2021 couples, so we're doing double.
Although wedding planners are busier than usual, Miller told me they are only making revenue on about half of the weddings happening this year, and that's because last year's financial burden was so tough. So now it's a game of catch-up. Wedding season in Kern County is typically seen in the spring and fall, but because of so many postponements last year due to the pandemic, this year you may hear the wedding bells ringing a little more. In studio, Ilyana Capellan, 17 News.